Antoinette from Smartneedle. Welcome to my channel. Today I am so happy to share with you my brand new embroidery design, Patchwork Hexie Tree applique. A festive holiday design made from the cutest little hexagons arranged into a charming Christmas tree. This project comes in multiple hoop sizes, so you can turn it into anything you love. A table topper, table mat, mug rug, wall hanger, tree bed, or even combine several to create larger holiday pieces. The possibilities are endless. And of course, we'll be stitching this using my favorite patchwork overcut fabric leftover folder method. So feel free to mix and match your Christmas scraps for that gorgeous handmade look. So warm up your machine, grab your festive fabrics, and let's start stitching this magical patchwork hexie tree together. Okay, let's get started. Just a quick reminder, all my embroidery designs can be done in a single needle embroidery machine or a multi-needle embroidery machine. Okay, hoop one layer of tearaway stabilizer and run the first spool color over the stabilizer as the video shows. Now we're going to cover the whole applique guideline with 2 or 3 layers of cotton batting. Since I'm doing a larger size, I would recommend to use 3 layers of cotton batting as the video shows. Now keep running your machine for the next spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach the cotton batting to the project. After the tack down line is being done, we're going to trim all around it. Now that our cotton batting has been trimmed, we are going to cover the whole area with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. Then keep running your embroidery machine for the next spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach that pattern fabric to the project. The next spool color will begin stitching the hexagon applique guideline. These lines show you exactly where to place each applique fabric. Just keep following along and you'll see everything comes together beautifully. As you can see on our Christmas tree here, all the white fabric surrounding each hexagon is actually one large piece that we will trim later, just like a regular applique. Let's go ahead and prepare our applique fabric now by adding heat and bond to the back. Since we're doing blanket applique, this will keep the fabric edges from frying and give us a clean, beautiful finish. I receive a lot of emails asking me what kind of heat and bond I use. This is the one I always use. It comes in a large box as a roll, so you can simply pull out the amount you need and cut as you go. It's very convenient. The quality is amazing and it will last you a very long time. This exact box is available in my Amazon storefront if you like to check it out. The link is located right under the video description. Now I am going to pull out my heat and bond leftovers folder. For those of you who are new, I always overcut my applique fabrics, so I end up with a lot of little pieces that already have heat and bond on them. It saved me so much time and money. Then I'm going to choose a few different fabric patterns from my red shade heat and bond leftovers. I love mixing prints because it gives the tree so much personality. Now we are going to cut the 10 hexagon shape from all those beautiful fabric patterns. Inside your folder, you will find a hexagon template. Just print it out and choose the size that matches your hoop size. Since I'm using with the 8x10 hoop, I'll be using that specific hexagon size. I like to glue the printed template onto a piece of cardstock so it becomes nice and sturdy and easy to handle. This makes it so much easier to trace clean, accurate shapes over all of your fabrics. Once you have traced all of your hexagons, go ahead and cut them out one by one. Then remove the paper backing from the heat and bond, and just like that, our little hexies are ready to go. Very simple and so much fun. Now we are going to arrange all of our little hexies cuts over the hexagon applique guidelines. Have fun mixing and matching your fabrics. This is such a playful step and you really can't go wrong. Don't worry too much about perfect accuracy. We have a margin of error built in since I designed the guidelines a little larger to cover any small imperfections. I also cut an extra hexagon in a brown fabric pattern, and that one will be our tree stump or base. Once you have all your hexies arranged the way you like them, give them a very light press with your iron, just a tiny bit, so they stay in place and don't shift while we stitch. Now keep running your machine for the next spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach all those hexies to the project. As you can see, all our hexies are in place with our tack down stitch all over. Now get the white fabric with the heat and bond that we did earlier, remove the paper backing and lay it down over the whole tree. The following spool color will stitch the tack down to attach the white fabric to the project. I highly recommend using a thread color similar to that fabric, so everything blends nicely and your project looks clean and professional. Once all the tacks downs are done, we're going to start carefully cutting out the inside of each hexie, revealing those beautiful pattern fabrics underneath. This is the fun part because this is where you can really see your Christmas tree come to life. Just be very careful while you trim. Only cut the white fabric layer and try not to cut into your red pattern fabrics underneath. As you can see, after I cut the white applique fabric, I ended up with some good sizes heat and bond leftovers. Perfect to add to my heat and bond leftover folder for future projects. In this step, I just want to show you something fun. When I was making the pink version of the Christmas tree, instead of using individual hexie cuts, I used one single piece of fabric. All you do is lay down the whole fabric, stitch the tack down, then place your white fabric on top, run your hexie tack down stitch, and cut out all the hexie openings to reveal the pink fabric underneath. It's simply another way to create the design without cutting separate hexies, just one single piece of fabric. Now let's keep going. Keep running your machine for the next spool color. It will do the blanket applique stitch all around the edges of the white fabric as the video shows. Now, if you like your tree to have a little holder, this part is very simple. I use a small piece of fabric, folded into 4 layers, stitched the edges, and that became my hanger. You can also use a piece of ribbon if you prefer. Just place it where you want it and secure it with a piece of paper tape as I show you in the video. Now to close our topper, just cut 2 pieces of fabric large enough so that when you fold each one in half, it covers half of the tree on each side. Make sure the folded edges of both pieces are placed towards the center of the project and that they overlap by about 1.5 inches, just as I show you in the video. Now keep running your machine for the last spool color. It will do a tack down stitch to attach all the fabrics together. Now go ahead and unhook the whole project, and we're going to cut all around the tack down stitch, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance. After you finish cutting the whole tree, I highly recommend you to snip the sharp corners just a little bit. Try not to cut the tack down stitch. Now it comes the fun part, turning your project inside out. Carefully push out all the corners so your tree takes its full shape all the way around. Then give the entire project a good press on the front and back so the heat and bond can fuse all the fabrics together. This will make your Patchwork Hexie Tree look crisp, clean, and absolutely amazing. As many of you already know me, I love adding those special little details to all my projects. This part is totally optional, but I'm adding a leather tag at the side of the tree for that extra special touch. If you like these tags, they are available in my Amazon storefront. The link is right under the video description. Look at them now. I made 4 different colors and they look so beautiful. Puffy, thick to the touch, and with that handmade feeling that is just pure homemade goodness. I love how these patchwork hexie trees turn out. I'm hanging them on the top cabinets on my kitchen doors, and they make the perfect holiday kitchen decor. Now it is time for our SWEEPSTAKE giveaway. I am so excited to give away 3 adorable sewing notions, perfect stocking stuffers. I'm giving away a 4 GB gluegun shaped USB to store your embroidery designs on the go, 1 package of Jardie. These are 2 mason jar holders so you can hang your mason jars on the side of your cabinet or in your sewing studio walls, and a sewing tool organizer, perfect for keeping everything tidy. To enter, just leave a comment below, make sure you subscribe to my channel and have your notifications turned on so you'll know who's the winner. This sweepstake is for US participants only. Entries will close on December 12th, and YouTube is not a sponsor or affiliate with this giveaway. Good luck to everyone, and thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for stitching along with me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did creating these patchwork hexie trees. Stay warm, stay cozy, sew a lot, get creative, and I will see you in my next video. And if you enjoyed this project, please give it a thumbs up. It will help me immensely and support my Smartneedle channel. See you next time.